good? Think we're good? Maybe. Well, welcome to Today in Baseball. So, really, I'm just going to kind of go over what's going on in the sport today. There's a lot going on. Obviously, Yankees-Red Sox. We all know about that. Couple things have happened yesterday. There was a trade, a couple signings, but stuff going on. Stuff is going on. So yeah, let's get right into it without further ado. So obviously, Yankees-Red Sox canceled. COVID issues, unfortunately. So I was really looking forward to this game. This is going to be the first game after the All-Star break, the first actual game. It was the only game last night, so since it got canceled, there was no baseball last night. Kind of tough. Hate to see it. And so basically what happened was Jonathan Loaizaga, bullpen piece for the Yankees, he went on the COVID IL last week against the Astros during the Astros series. And he has since been in Houston. He had to quarantine. He can't do anything. And just yesterday we found out that Wandy Peralta, Nestor Cortez, and Aaron Judge have all tested positive for COVID, which is very unfortunate. The Yankees, this is a period for the Yankees where they have to figure out whether they're going to buy or sell. And this is kind of the opposite of what they needed right now. So there's that. However, it's made them call up a couple prospects. Hoyjun Park is being called up, and so is Trey Ambergi. So I guess that's cool, but under probably the worst circumstances possible. And then it is tough. Stuff going on. The Red Sox were calling up Jarren Duran. I don't know if they have any COVID issues. I know Devers, they were on the field yesterday stretching before the game. I saw that. And then Marley Rivera talked to Rafael Devers, and Devers said that he was asked to isolate and all that since he was at the All-Star game. And then there's the issue like dealing with the rest of the league, because obviously Judge was at the All-Star game, so was Devers, and so was Bogarts, and so was Garrett Cole, and so was Chapman. So they were all with people from every team for the most part. Not every single team, but for the most part, every team. So that could be an issue moving forward. I don't know what type of protocols they're gonna do, if they've tested already or done contact tracing. But they all high five each other. They celebrate with each other. They're with each other. So if one gets COVID, then the rest are exposed to it. And obviously, we know even if you have the vaccine, they don't want you playing if you have it, which is a whole nother story in itself. As of right now, they are playing tonight. The Yankees are just going to be down players, which is the last thing they need, because this series against the Red Sox is probably one of the most important of the year. Just to determine whether or not they want to be a buyer or a seller as the deadline approaches. They don't have a lineup out. Don't know who's starting yet. It's supposed to be Cole, but obviously Cole was at the All-Star game, so that's the issue. Not sure what they're going to do there, but the game, as of right now, is still going on at 7 o'clock at Yankee Stadium. So that's something to look out for. Um, the Red Sox, as I said, we're going to call up Jarren Duran to make his MLB debut. They're also calling up Tanner Houck, I believe it's pronounced. Um, Houck was in on the team last year. He did really well, coming in behind guys, not necessarily starting, which is probably what they would do with him. They might have him like come in behind Sale when Sale comes back because he's not going to be pitching as many innings. Um, and then as for Jarren Duran, um, he he's not he's not gonna come up and be the not savior, but he's not gonna be the next Juan Soto or anything. Um, he's batting 270, on base percentage 365, slugging 561 with 15 homers, 32 RBIs, and 15 stolen bases in AAA this year. So obviously, if he can translate that to the majors, um, he's going to be in a really good spot, moving forward through this year. So and then for the Yankees, on the Yankee side, they're calling up Hoi-Jun Park, who he's been doing very well in the minors this year. He's currently batting 303, with a 450 on base percentage, a 505 slugging, and a 956 OPS, which is just that's almost unbelievable numbers right there. Um, there's that, and it's obviously a downgrade. It's going to be a big downgrade. Obviously, you'd rather have Judge or Gio or I forgot who the Higgy was also one that was being tested. You'd rather have one of those guys in the lineup. But if he can come up and figure it out versus Major League pitching, then and the Yankees can win some games against the Red Sox, especially, they could put him in a good spot. Same thing with Ambergy. If he could play good too, translate it to the majors, then it could put them in a spot to win some games. Hopefully, he's batting 312 with a 960 OPS, which is really good, in the minors this year. And that's really it for the Red Sox Yankees. As of right now, we're still going, as I said. And we'll see what the Yankees are looking like by game time tonight. The home run derby obviously just passed. Same thing with the All-Star game, just passed. Just coming out of the break. It averaged the home run derby alone averaged 7.13 million viewers, which is the largest since 2017. And the audience peaked at 8.69 million, which was a 13% increase from the last time it was held. So numbers are going up. People are watching baseball. It's great to see. We'd love to see that. And I believe the All-Star game had around 8.5 million viewers throughout, and the NBA All-Star game only had about 5 million viewers throughout. So that just goes to show exactly how much more baseball is being watched than other sports. So, what else is going on? Adam Eaton got signed by the Angels. It does make sense. They don't have many outfielders because Trout's been injured, and Justin Upton just got injured. Fowler's been injured since the beginning of the year. They don't have much in their outfield right now. Eaton got released by the White Sox last week, and the Angels picked him up about 2 days later. So he's not playing great, not at all, but he is just a guy that they could put out in the outfield, which is what they need right now. He's only batting 201. He's got a 79 OPS plus. So he's not playing good. I don't think they expect him to come over and just kind of like go off. But he is just someone they could throw out there who isn't terrible. Obviously, he's a veteran. He's got experience, and yeah, I guess it's just kind of tough for them, having the players that they have, but not really being able to use them because of injuries. Trout should be back hopefully soon. Upton just went out. I don't know how serious that was. I didn't really look into how serious Upton's injury was. But yeah, maybe once Trout comes back, they can get the ball moving a little bit more. And then as for the trade deadline, one trade we've had so far. Well, we've had a couple of trades so far, but the most recent one last night was the Braves got Jock Pederson from the Cubs for a prospect first baseman, Bryce Ball, who went to the Cubs. I mean, I see why the Braves did it. Obviously he's a good outfield piece, and Acuna's out, so obviously that means that they're looking to compete in the NL East this year. They're only 4 games back of the Mets, and I do think that Jock isn't just kind of like one of those guys that like you're just kind of like Eaton. He's not one of those guys that you're just gonna throw out there because you can and because you need a body out there. But he's actually gonna play and be part of the team, and not necessarily act as a replacement for Acuna, but as just another piece that will bring it down one level, but not like bad enough to where they have no chance anymore. As for Bryce Ball, I just put some of his highlights on the screen. I believe the number 3 prospect for the Braves. He's a first baseman. He looks good. The Cubs are in blow up mode. They're gonna trade everyone. They're gonna trade Baez. They're gonna trade Bryant. They're gonna trade Rizzo. It's bound to happen. I think if they traded just Bryant, if they traded Bryant yesterday, for example, I don't think I would think that they're gonna trade Baez and Rizzo. But now they traded Pederson, who's a guy that they picked up this year. I don't know. That just kind of shows that they're ready to just kind of get rid of everyone. So we'll see what happens with that. I do think Bryant is gonna go to the Mets. That's what looks like. The main leader in the Bryant chase is the Mets. I could also see him good with the Brewers. There's a lot of teams that need third baseman, but I do think the Mets have the stuff to get it done. Speaking of the Mets, they are going to be returning to all black jerseys, the beloved all black jerseys, starting on July 30th. Here are the all blacks. These jerseys right here. They're back, as you can see. So fans are really excited. Everyone on Twitter was very excited. It's a good time to be a Met fan, if I'm not gonna lie. Right now, it looks like it at least. I don't know how the second half of the season is gonna go, but they're playing good. They're in first place. They've been in first place for pretty much the entire year. And if they could keep it up, then Mets fans are gonna be very happy heading into the postseason. So staying in the NL East, a little more serious note. Um, Starlin Castro, infielder, third baseman, second baseman for the Nationals. They put him on administrative leave today because MLB is investigating into an alleged domestic violence incident. Can't really speak much on that because it's only a allegation, and we don't know what the truth is or not. Same thing with Bauer. He's still on administrative leave. They keep extending it. We still don't. I believe his court date is, or hearing date is the 23rd, July 23rd. So coming up, I believe that's a week from today. You know, you can't say much about it because we don't know. Then moving on to the games today, Miami, the Marlins, and the Phillies have a doubleheader. First game starts at 4, so that's technically the first game back from the All-Star break. I hope the Phillies win. If I'm being honest, the Marlins, they're not going to come back. I want the NL East to be interesting going into the end of the year. The Phillies are at 500 right now. They're only 3.5 games behind the Mets in the standings. But the Marlins have like their record, obviously 39-50 doesn't look great, but they haven't been that bad. They've been playing. They've been beating some teams, some like decently good teams. And we'll see. But I think I have the Phillies. They have Matt Moore going in game 1, and in game 2 they have Zach Eflin. So it's definitely winnable. 2 good pitchers going in. And we will see. The Mets play the Pirates. The Mets ended the All-Star break with 4 games against the Pirates. They're starting off with 3 games against the Pirates. This is in Pittsburgh. Chad Cole versus Marcus Stroman. Honestly, the Mets kind of need to win this. Like, if the Phillies win 2 games today and the Mets lose, then suddenly the Phillies are only a game and a half out of first place. So it's pretty important. Stroman's been good this year. 2.75 ERA. So he's been looking good. I think he'll probably keep that up more than likely, and the Mets should roll out of the All-Star break, and hopefully that division can be interesting today. Then San Diego and the Nationals. The Padres have Chris Paddock going, and the Nationals have Eric Fede, something like that. Don't know how to pronounce it. The Nationals are in a weird spot as well. They're 6 games out of first place, 6.5, 6.5. And I don't think they're gonna trade. I really don't think they're gonna go trade any of their star players. Unless they lose the first few games coming out of the All-Star break, I don't think they're gonna trade. This matchup looks good. Looks like we just got Yankees news. Let's see. After conducting testing and contact tracing involving members of the New York Yankees organization, the club's home game tonight versus the Boston Red Sox at Yankee Stadium will proceed as scheduled. Gates are scheduled to open at 5. So, officially, the Yankees have said there will be a game tonight. So there's that. Anyway, then moving on to the next game, Texas and the Blue Jays. The Rangers have Jordan Lyles going in, and the Blue Jays have Robbie Ray going in. Robbie Ray's been looking better the second half of the first half. He started off bad, but now he's been looking better. The Blue Jays looking to win. They need this. They're also 8 games back. If they get a wild card spot, I think that team's young enough to go into it and have some fun, have a lot of fun. Um, then we got the Brewers versus the Reds. This is a big series too. The Brewers are only 4.5 games back, I believe, and I could check. I should check that right now because they are yes 4. They're exactly 4 games back, and they start a 3-game series with the Brewers today. So if they could win 3 or even 2, if they win 2, they're a couple games back. They could easily take first from this team. Um, will they? I don't know. It's Adrian Hauser versus Tyler Mahle. Adrian Hauser, though, Jesse Winker hit 3 homers last time he saw him pitch. So maybe there's something there. Maybe he'll do it again. Never know. The Rays and the Braves. So obviously Jock Pederson should be playing for the Braves tonight. That's going to be exciting. He had a day to travel. I don't see why not. They got Charlie Morton going against Michael Wacha. The Braves obviously had the talent, and they have a good pitcher going tonight. The Rays, Will Ray. I think I got the Braves here. I think they're going to come out of the All-Star break determined, especially with that Jock trade showing that they want to compete. I think they'll come out strong. Baltimore and Kansas City. We don't care. We do not care. The Orioles are 28-61. The Royals are 36-53. I guess Danny Duffy's going. He's a potential trade. You go watch that. The White Sox and the Astros are going tonight. Obviously, two of the best teams in baseball. Just teams in general going at it. Should be a good matchup. I think it's in Chicago. The White Sox have not named a starter yet. But Lance McCullers is going for the Astros. Looks like the people in the White Sox lineup don't have great numbers off him. A couple of them do. Brian Goodwin's 1 for 2 against him. Adam Engel's 1 for 2 against him. Billy Hamilton's 2 for 3 against him. So we'll see. I think in this one I got the White Sox coming out of it. Then San Francisco and St. Louis. Kevin Gausman and Adam Wainwright. Wainwright obviously not as good as he was in years past. Kevin Gausman has been insane this year. He's got a below 2 ERA. He's got 1.73. He's 9-3, and the Giants are the best team in baseball as of right now by record. I think they're going to do some more of the same in the second half. I think they're going to stay up there. Don't think they're going to go down that much. And then as for the Cardinals, if they were to win, it would be great for them because they need some wins. They're 8 games out. They're not going to sell. They really can't. So we'll see what we have there. I got the Giants winning that one. Then we have the Dodgers and the Rockies. Julio Urias against Antonio Senzatella. I got Dodgers here. Pretty simple. It's in Denver. Rockies do have one of the best home records in baseball, if not the best. But I just, I think the Dodgers have a better lineup, obviously. And I think I'm going to go Dodgers here. Then we got Seattle and the Angels. Andrew Heaney versus Chris Flexen. I think I got the Mariners here. I like their lineup. It's young. Needs a little more experience. The Angels, they've been very underperforming. They're missing a lot of pieces. They're 1 game over 500. So I think I got the Mariners in that one. Cubs Diamondbacks. I'm not gonna say much. The Cubs are tanking or selling, hard selling seems like, and the Diamondbacks are the Diamondbacks. So I do have the Cubs here, but maybe soon they'll be just as good as the Diamondbacks, which is not good. Cleveland and the Athletics. Chris Bassett against Eli Morgan. This isn't really that hard. Chris Bassett was an all-star. I think he's got the better start, and obviously the Athletics have a better lineup, so I'll go Athletics here. And then finally, the Twins and the Tigers got canceled. Let's see if I can find why. Might be weather. No baseball in Detroit today. Oh, today was a doubleheader too. Twins, Tigers postponed. It looks like weather. The Tigers put up a tweet of this tweet right here. So I'm assuming that is weather because that is a weather map. So I'm assuming that it's because of rain. So that does it then for the games today. That's what's going on in baseball today. And yes, I might be watching Yankee game live because why not if I get bored. And yeah, that is what